Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Juventus versus Real Madrid, the last pre-season game for Real Madrid to actually go out there and work on what needs to be worked on. Now, so far this preseason has been pretty good. Now, I know it's only going to be 4 games and it's only been 3 games, so you can't really judge too much on the new signings, um, and overall the squad. But we have seen good things, but we've also seen bad things that needs to be worked on. So this is the last time to go out there and actually work on things that we might still need to work on and improve, because the season starts in about 13 days time, right? um, about maybe about 12 days, 12 13 days, right? So less than 2 weeks from now, and we got this game just 10 days before the start of the season, and we still don't know who's going to be the main striker. Is Kylian Mbappe going to happen? Is it going to be a done deal in the upcoming week or 2 weeks? You know, are we going to be able to, complete the deal fast enough, or is this deal going to drag on into late August, early September? Obviously, the window would have been closed by then, but is this deal going to be dragged on until the 25th of August, for example? There is so many, that could happen from now until the end of the window. And personally, I just think that Real Madrid's biggest weakness is striker. I look at that striker and I'm very worried, because as you can see, the formation that we're playing is a 4-3-1-2, right? Kind of. But if you actually, look at it, it's actually kind of a 4-4-2. You know, but it's more like a diamond 4-4-2. So it's not exactly 4-4-2 as we know, right? It's more of a diamond 4-4-2. So I'm wondering, are we're basically gonna start with this as the start of the season, aren't we? Because I don't think Jose Lu is gonna start. But I'm worried because essentially this formation can work 2 ways. Either it's a 4-4-2 with Vinny and Rodrigo up top and a midfield of 4 midfielders, right? With, let's say, Valverde going out on the right, and let's say Camavinga going on the left, and then it's Tchouameni and it's Bellingham. Or it's a midfield trio, but it essentially turns into a 4-3-3 with Jude Bellingham being the 9. And I'm worried. That is the exact reason why I'm worried, because I've watched the last 3 games. Against Man United, Bellingham scored a great goal. Let's be honest, it was a great goal. But it was the exact same situation where there was space in front of him that is usually taken by Benzema, that he can attack. Now, it's a good thing that Bellingham is pushing forward because he's a 10. For me, I think he's a 10. But relying on Bellingham to be the main source for goals is not going to be the ideal situation. Let's just get that, out of the way. It's not going to be what Real Madrid want. It's not going to be what Ancelotti wants. Yes, he's going to be crucial. Yes, he's going to be a good player. Yes, he's going to get us a couple of goals here and there. But we cannot say Bellingham get us 30 goals a season. So this is where a striker comes in place. But I'm also thinking about this. If a striker does sign, where does someone like Mbappe, for example, play? Because you look at that team, one of the midfielders are going to be taken out. I do believe that that's the case. So is it going to be Camavinga? Because if this is a 4-3-3, it's Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo. Who is going to play in the midfield trio behind? Because I think Tchouameni will play, I think Bellingham will play, and I think Valverde will play. But that isn't, there isn't enough space for Camavinga then. But what about Modric? What about Cruz? And what about Dani Ceballos? So there is a lot of competition in the similar positions. But as of now, there isn't a proper number 9 in yet. So Jude Bellingham can still get this experiment and it's preseason. So we can still experiment with Bellingham as a 10 and essentially pushing to a 9. But we cannot rely on Jude Bellingham starting into the season to be the number 9 if we don't sign Mbappe, because that is actually not how it works. But let's talk about Juventus. Now, a big week for them because they've been removed from the Conference League, weren't they? So, yeah, I mean, this Juve drama, I'm not sure what's happening. They've got a good squad, really. The attack, Vlahovic is a great player. It's a player that I personally said a few months ago that Real Madrid should be looking at to replace Benzema, but I don't think that's ever going to happen now. They've got Chiesa as well in their team. They've got some young players in their midfield. A couple of Brazilians at the back for them, and Chesney in goal. But overall, their squad is good. Now, Juve are a big team. Like, honestly, they are a big team. But I'm not sure they're going to compete for the Serie A next season because Milan are doing incredible stuff and Napoli are still going to be strong. And I think Inter will be up there as well. So I think it's going to be a tough season for Juventus. The squad is good enough. Their squad is good enough. Of course, they were looking at Lukaku from Chelsea, all that drama with Inter and Juve as well. But overall, I think that Juve have a good squad. And remember, I know this was a few years ago, but Juve are a side that Real Madrid seem to play every time. We played them in the Champions League final, wasn't it? Was it the Champions League final? 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And then we played them in the semis in the 2018. If I'm not mistaken, we played them 2 years back to back. Was it the 2016 one and the 2017 one? But we played them in... We played Atletico in the final in 2016. Did we play Juve in the semi-finals in 2016? I think it might have been that year actually. And then we did play them, I believe, in the final in 2017. But, back in the days, in that 2016-17 period, we played them every year, didn't we? But that was also the time where Juve were one of the best teams in the world. So, yeah, Juve are a big team. They're a massive club. But it's nice playing Juve, of course. But let's talk about Real Madrid. So, what starting 11 have I gone with? So, Courtois played in the last one against Barcelona. I'm not going to blame him for the goals. The first goal by Dembele was just, a well-worked goal from Barca. The second goal, yes, maybe he could have done better. He was off his lines, but it was a great strike from the youngster. And the last goal, okay, maybe he's to blame, but I don't think so. So I'm not really going to blame Courtois. Also, he missed the first 2 games. Lunin played the first 2 games against Milan and Man United. So I think Courtois will play. I've switched things up. I put Vasquez at right back. I think he'll play over Carvajal. I think Militao and Rudiger will be a partnership. I think Alaba might have a chance, but I just feel like Militao and Rudiger. And I think Fran Garcia, of course, Mendy is now injured. Fran Garcia is the only option. I don't want to see Camavinga at left back, by the way. I don't want to see that happening again. So that is my back line. My midfield trio, I've got with Valverde because I have no idea what happened there. He played against Milan, scored 2 great goals, and then he kind of disappeared. So let's see if he'll be back. Tchouaméni for me in the midfield, the DM role. We have to trust him. He has to be trusted in that role. And I've got with Camavinga as well on the left side of the midfield. So that completes the midfield. But ahead of them, I've got Jude Bellingham, of course. He's going to get the goals, hopefully. But he's going to go out and try to contribute some goals. I've got Rodrigo and I got Vini Jr. Now, Vini Jr. missed the penalty against Barcelona. I didn't actually talk about that, I believe, in that game. I just want to say, you know what? Everyone misses penalties. Who hasn't missed a penalty unless you're Ronaldo or Messi? I think even Messi has missed a penalty against Real Madrid, and I think even Ronaldo has missed a penalty as well. Yeah, but everyone will miss a penalty at some point. If you're a penalty kick taker, you miss at least once in your life. So Vini Jr., it's a penalty. Penalties, it's luck. It's gonna go one or two ways. Either you score or you miss. So look, every penalty is probably 50-50. He didn't get the 50 in his way, and he'll just go again. I do believe that Rodrigo should be taking it. But Modric should be the main taker if he's playing. And then I will have Rodrigo, and then maybe Vinny Jr. or Bellingham. So for me, nothing to be too worried about in terms of penalties, but just a bit of clarification there. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. My score prediction: I hope Real Madrid come back and win. I'm gonna say a 2-1 win to Real Madrid. Let's see what happens. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.